On a dry summer, Rocky Mountains, MLB Network comes at you live from Coors Field in downtown Denver. Tonight we begin a new homestand with the first of three between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. German Marquez will be on the mound for the Rocks. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage. And
that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder number 7, Manuel Margot.
Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Harold, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Well, we're looking at a ball club that really needs some leadership. They need one person to kind of step up, take his game to another level. They were shut out yesterday. They've been struggling lately. Just nothing flowing. Maybe a big hit, a big home run will ignite them and get things turned around.
Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul.
Well, he's going to come after you with the breaking ball, it looks like today. First batter, he's already thrown 2 curveballs. He's got himself ahead in the count. This could be a breaking ball game for him.
1-2, here it comes. This is in the air out to right field. Parra moves over, 1 away. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres' starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Well, Matt, this is a very aggressive club. They steal a lot of bases. They're not at the top of the league, but, man, they're right there. They're not far behind. They will run at every opportunity they get to try to force mistakes.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Yonhervis Solarte. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl doesn't get a lot of complaints from players or coaches about his strike zone. He calls a good zone, and more importantly, he's consistent.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, first baseman Alex Dickerson.
Coming to the plate now, Alex Dickerson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. And now the Rockies will go on offense for the first time. No score. The right-handed native of the Dominican Republic will be the starter. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, I love watching this guy pitch, and particularly when he's got runners in scoring position. He's a guy that gets better when he has runners on base. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he gets in a jam. What does he do to get out of these jams where his numbers look so good with runners in scoring position?
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Harold, this Padres team, as they take the field here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
We're looking at a club I'll say is lukewarm. They're 4-2 at home. Not sizzling hot and not playing poor either. But the first game on the road, I think we'll learn a lot about what this club is about.
Skied into very shallow right. Flashes under it. Makes the play, 1 away. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, as this game moves along, keep an eye on Gerardo Parra. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch coming. Here it is. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Heading out towards shallow right. Blash shading to his right. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third baseman.
Stepping in, Nolan Arenado. He comes into this one 6th in the National League in home runs. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is fouled at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Weak chopper up the line. That's a foul ball.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Now another 1-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. At the plate, Hector Sanchez.
Leading off for
It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's
Hector
loss.
Sanchez.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Rips this one to first, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Settling in now, Jose Pirela, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Third baseman.
Now at the plate, Corey Spangenberg. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. First pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, this is what they didn't do yesterday. Execute with runners in scoring position. So now you got a chance. Here it is already in this ball game. You got a guy sitting there in scoring position. Drive him in, execute, and you jump away from yesterday's loss.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get two. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
A really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Here's Jabari Blash, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit to third. Arenado has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting 8. Shortstop, Eric Ibar.
Here's Eric Ibar now, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Here's the first pitch to him. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here's the 1-0. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Friars forced to settle for just the one. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Padres 1 and the Rockies nothing. Gerardo Parra. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd of foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Coming to the plate now, Mark Reynolds. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Nobody out, runner on first. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result you got an ugly swing and miss.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And Reynolds wisely lays off there. It's 1-2 now.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in. A runner at first with no outs here. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the Padres line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And that's shortstop Eric Ibar. He's won a Gold Glove before, but you're not going to see the guy that's going from one end of the field to the other making ground balls. He now relies a lot on positioning, and he catches it when it's hit to him.
In now, Ian Desmond. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
That was a beautiful pitch, Matt, particularly in this ballpark. The ball flies here in this park, so he's going to have to keep the ball down. If he doesn't, we're going to see a lot of balls in the air deep for homers.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from you. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Drilled to the right side. And the Rockies are into the hit column. There's their first base knock. And he can't come up with it cleanly here in right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The shortstop, Trevor Story.
Now at the plate, Trevor Story. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. He's set and the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry, so expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
1-0 count. Here it is. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
That'll bring up Tony Walters. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. On to first, and the Rockies fail to cash in as that ends the inning. 2 left for Colorado. They're down 1-0. Digging in now,
Leading
Luis
off for the
Perdomo.
Padres,
9-1-2 due up.
Luis Perdomo.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. 0-1. Here it comes. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94
Center
miles
fielder
an hour
number
is
7,
good, but not as impressive as it used to be.
Margot.
Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Into the box, Manuel Margot, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He flied out leading off the ball game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Blackman is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Yangervis Solarte.
Ready for another chance? Yangervis Solarte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. In there for strike one. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
This is pulled into right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now batting.
And that'll bring
First
up the
baseman,
big bat of Alex Dickerson. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it. Stayed with it.
Sanchez.
Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Stepping in now, Hector Sanchez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Padres leave a pair, but they lead it 1-0. Herman Marquez. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Herman Marquez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
And the pitch on 2-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
One thing that can nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at-bat here.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box now, Charlie Blackmon. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
Oh, right there. Sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
1 out, nobody on. And that misses 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Tapper right back to the mound. On to first, and there are 2 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Riding in once again, DJ LeMahieu. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
Dickerson has got it, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Pirela. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jose Pirela.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit in the air to left field. Desmond has a read on it. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Spangenberg. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 32, Jabari Black.
Here's Jabari Blash. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one right down Main Street. The windup and the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. 1-2. Here it comes. Lifted into the air to shallow center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Padres down in order. They lead it 1-0. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Rockies, third baseman, number 28.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0.
1-0.
This is fouled back and out of play into the VIP seats behind home plate.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And the pitch on 2-1. And that one stayed too low apparently.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make them swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Digging in for his second at bat, Gerardo Parra. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1.
Ooh, that's one he wants back right now. Man, it looked like his timing was perfect. He just didn't barrel it up.
The 0-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Just got a piece up the line. That winds up foul. Again, a 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Mark Reynolds waits on deck. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle-of-the-order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Here's Mark Reynolds. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
First pitch of the at-bat. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. That misses, 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Two and one. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
2-2.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Eric Ibar. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Shortstop, Eric Ibar.
First pitch on its way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Just got a piece to the right side. Foul ball, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Well, this is what you want from the guy hitting in front of the pitcher. You lead off the inning with the base hit. Now it sets up the inning. Do you bunt him over? Do you hit and run? Do you allow him to steal? A lot of things can happen now.
Stepping into the box, Luis Perdomo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a bunt attempt here. To second for 1. On to first, a double play.
Center field.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. Running hard, he's digging for second, and he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
In now, Yonhervis Solarte, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Desmond is after it. He can't get to it. This one's down. And the runner from second is in to score.
Oh, he couldn't have thrown that any better. Fastball inside, jams him, and he gets a nice bloop single to reward him. Wow.
Dickerson.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. In the air out to left. Desmond moves over, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Padres 2 and the Rockies nothing. Into the box now. Ian starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he misses 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that misses for ball 1.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. 2-0, here it is. This one's down to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
2-0 count. You're looking for your pitch. He does a nice job. Got a pitch, drove it, and got the base hit to the outfield.
Tony Walters.
That'll bring up Tony Walters. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
None out, runners at first and second. Lined but speared on a hop. A bare hand for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Standing in now, Herman Marquez. Ball 1.
That's a huge double play. You had a chance to have some runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Now all of a sudden you got a runner at third base with 2 outs. This is where the hitters got to lock in and say, I'm picking us up anyway.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
A man on third with 2 down. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1 left for Colorado. They're down 2-0. Digging in to try it again, Hector Sanchez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
Stepping in now, Jose Pirela. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Hit hard towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Stepping up to the plate, Corey Spangenberg. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. The windup and the 0-1. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, he hung him one right there. Curveball right down the middle. Those balls go a long way. He must have been looking for something else.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
And another foul ball.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
Down the third baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Wow. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Padres 2 and the Rockies nothing. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And that misses, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Dickerson is camped under this one, and he's got it for out number one.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Ready for another shot now. DJ LeMahieu. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Heading after it is Blash. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ready once again, Nolan Arenado. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. And a ball, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. Blash is on his horse. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. Padres out in front of this one as we come to our game summary for the first 6 innings of play. Digging in once again, Jabari Blash. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Eric Ibar now. Swinging a soft liner, and plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down.
The pitcher, number 61, Luis Perdomo.
Striding in once again, Luis Perdomo. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Into the windup and the pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Well, he's thrown over 70% first pitch strikes to to all the hitters in the game right now. That's why he's pitching late in the game. He's getting ahead of guys, and then you can manipulate as you move forward.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they're on top 2-0. In is Gerardo Parra. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder, Gerardo Parra.
Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
To first, Dickerson comes up with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Into the box, Mark Reynolds. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. And he has a cut at that one, but misses. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Sliced hard, but foul. Look out over there. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Into the box now, Ian Desmond. It was a walk in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Spangenberg is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Digging in and looking for more, Trevor Story. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss, but he's still in the driver's seat. 3-1. Set. Here's the 3-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Rockies strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ready for another chance? Manuel Margot. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Manuel Margot.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th.
Well, no surprise, another single will lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them.
Into the box now, Yonhervis Solarte.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back easily. Nobody out, runner on first. Runner's off for second. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. What a flip for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
Now batting.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And Desmond will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Padres go down quietly, but they hold a 2-0 lead. That'll bring up Tony Walters. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Tony Walters.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Matt, real interesting pitching line here, but I looked a little deeper into the numbers and you realize he's thrown less than 40% first pitch strikes to guys. He's been really behind almost every hitter in the game, at least half of them.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A quick out number 1. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Carlos Gonzalez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The average coming in at 266. 21 homers and 62 driven in. Pitch number 100 on its way. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Bases are empty, one man out. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike two.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Man, when you're winning on the road, the last thing you want to do is give the home crowd a reason to get back into it. Well, when you hit the leadoff man, that's exactly what you do.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Ryan Butcher.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Not close. It's 2-0.
Boy, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation, 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Tapper up the line. Foul ball, however, strike one. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball left side. And Ibar can't get to it. It's a base hit.
When you're struggling, you'll look for anything. Been off to a little bit of a cold streak. He didn't hit it hard, but that's a big one to build on.
DJ LeMahieu.
Number 34 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 34.
DJ LeMahieu will be his first assignment here as they'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. From the stretch, this ball will be chopped foul.
Boy, the Rockies have been looking for that big hit all game long. They haven't been able to come through so far, but now would be the time to come through.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
That's your classic front door slider. It doesn't break like you expect it to, and all you can do is freeze as a hitter. And he got the call.
Now a look and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about him. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Lashes on the move. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Trouble averted there thanks to fine work from the Padre bullpen. We've played 8 full. It's the Padres 2 and the Rockies nothing. Greg Holland enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Hector Sanchez will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Here comes the 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball just a bit up.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
And that's going to be high 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A little roller toward the hole. Reynolds charging in on it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, left fielder Jose Perella.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Perella. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's ball 1. A little bit outside. 2-1.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
2-1. Here it is. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Again, he sends it out of play.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
1 out, nobody on. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Standing in now, Corey Spangenberg. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
96 miles an hour. That's bringing it. Challenged him, and he got the base hit the opposite way. I got to give him credit for barreling up. Now, I don't know for sure if he was on time or if he was late, but either way, he got the barrel on it and got the hit.
In now, Jabari Blash. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
One and one. Here it is. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. this is hit high in the air out toward left center. Desmond moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Padres leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Brandon Maurer comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 37, Brandon Maurer. Now playing right field and batting.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And Dan,
16,
what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching. In the stands in this one. And this is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent. On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Nolan Arenado is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. In is Gerardo Parra. A shot down the first baseline. And he'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 12, Mark Reynolds.
Here's Mark Reynolds. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Into the windup and the pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
The 0-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Padres wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Luis Perdomo earns win number 4 on the season as he allows only 2 hits through 7+ innings of work. German Marquez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Brandon Maurer closes the door for the save, his 23rd of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
The final line score of our ball game tonight for the victorious San Diego Padres. 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Rockies, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 30 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game RTD trains on the C line to Mineral and the E line to Lincoln are available down the street at Union Station. Bus service is available outside Gate B on the corner of 22nd and Blake Street.